I mean, it's interesting, right? Because you got Phil Lord as one of the directors, and you have Chris Miller as the other, and they always work together. So,
Nobody's off the board, right? Everybody's available.
We haven't drafted anyone from this movie.
Okay.
I really like Sandra Hüller, specifically from Anatomy of a Fall, one of my favorite international movies that came out 2 years ago now, I think.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Are you trying to explain who your pick is and I go first? Or...
I'm just saying who's in this movie to set you up so then you have clarity. Since you don't have the doc and you're complaining about visibility, I'm painting you a picture. Welcome to Seeing This, the movie podcast where we bring you fresh movie reviews, compete in competitive movie drafts. We celebrate our favorite movie anniversaries and much, much more. I am the movie Mamba Mike Ornelas, and I have a question for you guys. You guys like to fist the bump? Joining me on the podcast is the Feisty Pisces, Erica McMullen.
Cheeky.
And also on the podcast is the Gerber babyface assassin, Adrian Cedeno.
Finally, some recognition. Planet Adrian.
And that's all in reference to today's episode, Project Hail Mary. What an interesting movie. I can't wait to dive in. Before we start, really quick, let's get into some programming updates for you guys. Last Friday, I interviewed the director, Cristina Costantini, and producer, Alfie Coder, on the documentary La Tierra del Valor, about the singer Nessa when she sang the national anthem at Dodger Stadium, and she sang it in Spanish. Incredible inside look to that. Recommend everyone watch that. Really get into some inspirational, powerful conversation around the ICE raids that are taking place and what we can do as everyday people to combat that. This Friday, I have an interview with the directors Miles Merritt and Gail Kempler on their short film called Funbox, A Love Story. Very sweet story, very well done. And I'm going to be talking with both of them. Very interesting. And we get to talk about how it's inspired by their true story. So, and then next Monday, we are doing the first inauguration, I should say, to the Seeing This selection, the inaugural induction. And what that is Seeing This certified film. Once every 3 months, each of us are going to pick one movie that very much encapsulates our taste in movies. So Erica has a wide, I believe she called it eclectic taste. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So pretty much any movie that is
any
ever been
movie
made.
that I think is perfect.
Got it. Adrian is going to be on brand, working on the title of his selections. But it's going to be what? What kind of movies, Adrian?
Non-cerebral, I suppose is what we're going for.
We'll workshop the title.
Brains
and then
optional.
I'm going to do a master class in craftsmanship. So we'll each pick a movie that's caters to our taste. And those will be official Seeing This selections. We'll talk about those movies. Hope you guys have some ideas for your first induction, what movie you want to pick. Erica does. Adrian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'd love to guess.
I got like 3 or 4 that I gotta,
Well, which one goes in first? It's the first one, so
I may leave it up to the audience and throw it on my social media or something. And see what
Wow.
the public really.
So maybe yours is more of like the People's Choice. The People's Choice selection, and you narrow it down. Okay, you're like, sure.
I am the people's champ, so.
Okay, let's move forward to what we've seen this week. Adrian, why don't you kick us off this week?
So I had a throwback to when Chuck Norris passed away, and I watched Sidekicks, which is a 1992 movie. It's so bad, but it's so good. It's just Chuck being Chuck. I think it was directed by his brother. So it's all about Chuck Norris. Yeah, for sure.
Directed by Aaron Norris, came out in 1992. And rest in peace to Chuck Norris. If you grew up with Chuck, all the jokes as far as him being the ultimate martial artist, and no one can defeat him. He defeats everyone. But in all seriousness, rest in peace to Chuck Norris. Again, another person that has passed from the industry. Pretty wild. What else have you watched? Anything else?
Yeah, actually, I also checked out War Machine. I think it's on Netflix. Yeah.
What's that one about?
It's
Adrian,
like,
we're on a podcast. You can't just say I watch War Machine and then that's it. You know,
so
you gotta.
It's like if Predator and Battleship had a love child, this was this movie. It's
okay.
Very predictable, but it's war and aliens are involved, so it's interesting. But
So like a War of the Worlds almost. I mean, it sounds like
it's
it could be a
definitely not
double
a
feature.
War of the Worlds. Have you guys seen Battleship?
No.
I played the game.
Oh, there's a movie, Battleship, so it's like parts of that and then parts of Predator. Mix them together, and that's what you get.
Interesting.
And that's now playing on Netflix, apparently. Yeah. War Machine. It sounds on brand. First induction to the selection, maybe? Or no, it doesn't qualify.
No, it definitely qualify for a brain
It's
off.
that genre.
Yeah.
Okay, love it. Erica, what have you seen this week?
I ended up watching The Matrix. So I came across that video. I know. First
Mikey,
of all, I
we're
love
on a
when
podcast. Nobody can see you do that.
That was more for Erica to
wave.
get a laugh out of her, you know. And we do have watchers.
Which also cracks me up because I love when they're in the interview and Kiki Palmer sees him go back and she's like, ah!
Kiki Palmer and
everybody
Keanu do an interview, right?
Yeah. But it's because I came across that video of the creator of both of them and how she talks about the Matrix being the sequels to the Terminator. So like she goes into this whole spiel about how they're connected, how one comes before the other, all this stuff. So I ended up watching the first Matrix, to kind of like see if there was anything. I mean, I could obviously see it, but there's definitely some plot holes in there that if I ever had the chance to like ask somebody who is like a real true fan to like maybe break it down for me, I'd love to do that.
And not to be confused with the Wachowskis, I believe you're referring to Sophia Stewart, who had like the original concept of the Matrix and the Terminator, right?
So like it's her, like the stories are hers, right? So like I would just be so curious as to like how it can maybe flow together. But
and the Matrix still holds up 27 years later, which is crazy. 27 years later.
Yeah, I think it does. I mean, it's not like the best acting there is, but it's like definitely I think again maybe like for the nostalgia of it for sure, and like knowing that how progressive like the effects were for the time that it came out. And then the time that it did come out. With all of like the controversy of us like going into this new technological age.
Y2K baby.
Yeah, it's I think it still holds up. It still holds up. It's definitely still a little mind tease there of like, you know, where are we at in our space here?
Are we in a simulation? Yeah, right. Red pill or blue pill, and are we in a simulation?
I just want some meatloaf. Roast beef.
We cannot get into that right now because this will be a 2-hour-long podcast.
Okay, fair enough. What I've seen this week, I actually saw quite a few things. I'll run through them really quick. New film out called The AI Doc, or How I Became an Apocalyptimist. We're all doomed, folks. Speaking of the Matrix, what a segue. It's about the rise of AI. Sounds very dystopian, but in a way, this documentary talks.
We're there. You can throw it out.
I mean, it just talks about, you know, it starts off as like AI for beginners, like just an introduction of what it is, but then it really goes into like what it's become, what it's becoming, and the perpetual rate that it's evolving, if you will. They do try to take like an optimistic angle to aspects of it because the filmmaker's like having a baby soon. So he's like, do I like existential dread? Do I bring a kid into this world where they will never be smarter than an AI? They'll never live in a world where you're smarter than a computer. You know what I mean? real interesting documentary, terrifying.
What's that on?
It's in theaters. It's in theaters
it's
right
in
now.
theaters?
Yeah, so the AI doc, or How I Became an Apocalyptimist. It's interesting. I don't want to give too much away because it's fresh out, but definitely worth checking out if you're into some AI fears and maybe hope. They do try to make it a little hopeful in certain areas. We just have to hope that our government comes through for us.
Oh, come on, man.
We know how that goes. Also, I had some residual feelings. If you're new here, welcome. And also, if you've a return Seen This fan, listener, watcher, you already know my dog passed away a couple weeks ago. I had to put him down. But I was feeling, I like to dive in. As an Aquarius, I don't feel like I'm sad all the time, but I need a moment to really just let it out. So I watched Homeward Bound and Fox and the Hound.
Bro.
Why do you do that to yourself? You're
Homeward Bound, on a filmmaking standpoint, I gave it 5 stars. Like, what they're doing with 3 animals, more than 3 animals. There's a mountain lion, there's bears, there's porcupines, there's turkeys. Like, there's all kind of animals, and to be able to put together a narrative story using real animals and incredible voice acting, 5 stars. And of course, spoiler alert, but at the end where the animals are coming over the hill, and where's what's his name? Not Chance. Chance is the pit bull.
Chance is Michael J. Fox.
Yeah. Who's the old one? What's the old ones again? People are yelling at me. Shadow. Thank you, attaboy, Adrian. Yeah. Shadow doesn't show up. He just fell in a ditch, and like, he was too old. He's not gonna make it. He was too old. Peter. Too good. Anyways, and then I watched Fox and the Hound to just really double down on all that. That movie
you should have put Old Yeller on there. You should have put all the fucking sad dog films.
There's plenty of time, Erica. Stand by.
Way below, friggin' hell.
A Dog's Journey or
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yeah.
We got plenty to choose from. And then just lastly, I want to mention I watched a movie I hope we do an anniversary on, because it is the 30th anniversary of Romeo and Juliet. Man, what a fucking batshit movie that is just so good. So good. You guys have both seen that, yes?
That's the Leonardo DiCaprio one?
Yeah. I might be the only one, but I'm not a fan.
No, I'm with you on that. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Folks.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about the movie. Maybe I have to watch it again, but
it's the hectic chaos, like the frantic pace, I think it was for me.
You guys love the chaos of like, good luck, have fun, better luck next time, whatever we just did. Okay, well, anyways, Romeo and Juliet, fucking great time, great soundtrack. I just got the vinyl for that one, actually. So you can't deny the soundtrack on that bad boy. The 90s, what a time.
Sure.
I think that's why I don't like it.
The soundtrack? You don't like it because of the soundtrack?
No, like just the aesthetic.
The 90s, like it's too...
Yeah.
Like, okay, Romeo and Juliet or The Bride? 2 very far out adaptations.
It's not the same far out adaptations, though.
One is stylistic, the other is story.
Yeah. So, like, you'll lose me on a story that's terrible, but, like, if the aesthetic is terrible, it might be redeemable, but I don't know. Right, like I said, maybe I gotta watch it again.
Which one was the aesthetic one?
Romeo and Juliet.
Okay.
Romeo and Juliet. Yeah. As far as it being like a far shift from the original material.
Because, hear me out, I've seen plenty of Shakespeare adaptations. The best one in the world being She's the Man. But, like, I don't know.
A lot of people love that movie, I get it.
It's the best.
But the answer is 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
Let's save it, folks. We'll be returning with the 30th anniversary of Romeo and Juliet. Refresh these guys and see if I can convert them. But that's what we've seen this week. Let's dive right into this movie, Project Hail Mary.
Have you seen this?
Have you seen this?
Have you seen this?
I know, I've seen this. I know this.
Adrian, letterbox description.
Here we
It's
go.
all yours.
Believe in the Hail Mary. Science teacher Ryland Grace wakes up on a spaceship light years from home with no recollection of who he is or how he got there. As his memory returns, he begins to uncover his mission, solve the riddle of the mysterious substance causing the sun to die out. He must call on his scientific knowledge and unorthodox ideas to save everything on Earth from extinction, but an unexpected friendship means he may not have to do it alone.
A long description and a long movie. This movie is an adaptation from author Andy Weir. You may be familiar with Andy Weir. He also wrote The Martian. And his book came out in 2021. So pretty quick turnaround time to then adapt it into a movie from what we are accustomed to. Directing duo of Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, starring Ryan Gosling, Sandra Hüller, James Ortiz, Lionel Boyce, and Ken Loang, and Milana Vantrub, who you may know from. You guys recognize her?
Yeah, she's the Verizon girl.
Is it Verizon?
Or yeah, I thought she was.
I think it's AT&T.
AT&T. Yeah, AT&T.
Yeah, AT&T.
Phone. I knew it was phones.
Yeah. So and a hell of a crew too. So when we get to drafting stock, I'm going to be really interested to see what direction that goes into. Erica, you kick us off. You just saw this today. We're recording Sunday night, and you went to your $5 special. What were your thoughts on Project Hail Mary?
Exactly what my intro word was. Cheeky. Very cheeky, very fun. I liked it. There were a few things I had problems with, but not anything to discourage me from seeing this movie. I can't wait for it to come on streaming. I think I'd like to watch it again in the comfort of my own home. I had a great time at the movie theater. You know what I mean? Like, this was very fun. Like, this was a fun thing that you could do with friends, with family, or by yourself, and I think you'd enjoy it.
And just for context, neither of you guys have read the book, correct?
No, I was offered. I had a friend who was like, "Oh, we're in a book club about it, and then we're gonna go see the movie." But like timing wise, it just I knew I wasn't gonna be able. I had multiple books going on, so I wasn't gonna have time to read it. But I heard that it's very similar. That they did the book a good service on how they portrayed it on film.
And Adrian, you haven't read it?
I have not read it, no.
No, yeah. I hear the same. Those that have read the book from the people I've talked to have enjoyed the movie and the adaptation. And like any adaptation from a book, they had to cut some of the details from the book out, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Adrian, what'd you think?
It was all right. I thought it was I had to look it up, like what is this movie rated? And it was PG-13, but it definitely felt like a G movie. Like there were no bad words, there was nothing. I would be totally comfortable taking my daughter and having my daughter sit and watch this movie with me. I don't think she'd be scared. I don't think there was anything inappropriate at all. There was no like sexual tension at all, anything like that. So I think it was a fun movie, but it's not necessarily something I would have thought I'm gonna go watch it by myself. Like this isn't like you need to watch it with your whole family. Like to
family
make it a fun
sci-fi
time, for sure.
Family sci-fi film.
Absolutely.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's an excellent point around the PG-13 rating because it feels like a family-friendly movie in the reasons you outlined. And I'm trying to think the only thing that might make it PG-13 is
I'll tell you exactly what made it PG-13.
The fist the bump.
Well, we'd have to get into spoilers.
Okay, well, we'll save that. The only thing that comes to mind with me is some of like the action is maybe like anxiety inducing, maybe.
When we get into spoilers, I'll tell you exactly the reason that they have to do it.
Interesting. I'd love that you already have it figured out. Well, I'm talking about anxiety-inducing movies, but I just watched Fox and the Hound, and that's a fucking Disney movie. So
Rated G.
our generations are a bit different. So my thoughts on Project Hail Mary. I do have a guest that I'm bringing in, and it is a guest from a film I just mentioned that I watched. It is Juliet Capulet from Romeo plus Juliet. Just to set the scene, to give context to this guest, in this scene, she's just being informed that she's being married by an arrangement by her father to Paul Rudd's character, and she is not about it. And I feel like Juliet and Paul Rudd, or sorry, not Paul Rudd, Papa Capulet, played by Paul Sorvino, is like the book readers, Hollywood, everyone that will love this movie. So just for a little context there. And here is, without further ado, Juliet!
Doth she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bride?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I ate!
Thank me no thankings! Not proud now! But better your fine choice!
There you go. I'm thankful. I'm thankful in the end of it, but I hate these kind of like plucky movies that help the medicine go down so easily. I feel like this movie has been made for people like me, as far as like getting people in the movie theater. This is going to get people in the movie theater. It's already doing great in the box office, and the majority of the people are going to love this movie. Paul Rudd, what a catch. Who wouldn't want to get married to him? It's so great. But in the movie, he's very plucky. He's like not what the heart desires. And this movie was not what my heart desired. I like more science in my science fiction. Looks beautiful. And kudos to the team that used a lot of practical effects. And we'll get into the specifics.
So you wanted it to be like a specific scientific reason.
A lot. There's scientific reason, but they really just like zoom over a lot of the details of like how long he's been in certain places, and like they fast forward.
We're gonna have to get into spoilers then.
Yeah.
I think for you, like the hardest part too is like this is a movie that has been adapted by a book, right? I'm sure everybody who's read this book and has loved this book would have loved this movie to be 4 hours with every single detail from the book. But you can't have it like that.
I get that. So just further context, I saw this movie with someone that read the book, and they gave this a 5-star review. And when we had our discussion about it, she kept on going back to the book. So I think, again, if you've read the book, you know already a lot of these details that are baked into your knowledge of this world. Whereas a moviegoer, solely going off of the premise of the movie, a lot of those details are lost. It also does something in the storytelling, a lot of like back and forth on certain dynamics, which we talked about in Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, how that took me out. Similar thing was happening here when they did that. Again, go into more details when we get into spoilers. But I think
like that
overall,
part of it.
I love it. I love it. Again, that's my point. Everyone loves Paul Rudd. Everyone should love Paul Rudd. I know this is a me thing to be so.
I think now that like we've kind of like done this podcast for a little bit, I think you just don't like that kind of format of movie.
No, there's times that I enjoy it. Like I like it in like in a Memento, right? Like if it's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, like we get that kind of.
That's so interesting that you would like it for those movies where I would not want to see that.
Really? That's like a huge.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. That's fascinating.
I think too, for me, I like Memento, yes. Eternal Sunshine and Spotless Mind, no. I should have said it that way. But let's get into spoilers because I want to talk into like a very specific.
Yeah, we'll get into spoilers here so we can talk more freely. But before we do that, let's do our Commodus Scale. Up, down, or even. There's a spoiler I could talk about in regards to what's up and down, but we'll leave that alone. Commodus Scale, up, down, or even. Erica, you start us off. Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up. I liked this movie. I had a good time. Like I said, there were maybe a few nitpicks I had, but not anything to discourage me from seeing this movie and recommending this movie. I think a lot of people will have fun with it.
Love it. Adrian?
So I'm thumbs up, but I'm more of like a thumbs
Another.
up.
But you're leading with up. Like
no,
you're like
it's
up.
it's an up, but it's
Okay.
a not a solid like, hey man, I really love this movie. It's kind of a blah movie, like I said, but like it's fun for the whole family. It is an entertaining movie. It's not like I disliked it at all. It's just, I guess I wanted more from, I don't know, like it's just too rosy and perfect and happy ending. Everything's perfect.
Well, we'll get into the happy ending aspect of it shortly. If it is a happy ending, who knows, folks? If you haven't watched this yet, but I'm going even. Again, the reason why I picked Juliet, as far as what she says about I'm thankful, but how can I be proud? I'm thankful this movie exists. I'm thankful that people enjoy this movie. I'm thankful it's getting people to the movie theater. But there's so, like, again, like I do my wall. I have E.T., Close Encounters, 2001, the Alien franchise, Fantastic Planet, the Star Wars franchise. Like, there's so much sci-fi already in this world that I tend to lean more into, like, let's get into spoilers so I can talk more freely.
Okay.
but again, I think people should see this movie if you're unsure. It is sci-fi. It's family friendly, so you're gonna have a comfortable time taking the whole family out to the theater. But if you're, an asshole like me, maybe you're not gonna be as excited about it. But let's get into spoilers for Project Hail Mary.
Spoiler alert.
Erica, open it up. I don't even know where to begin. Open it up.
Well, what bothered you? Especially with like the flashbacks, because like essentially what you find out is like he has no recollection of.
So he wakes up
on this, being on this spaceship, doesn't know what's going on. He's freaking out, wakes up on the spaceship, yada yada. He's been traveling for about 11 years at that point, I think they said.
So,
11 and a half almost years. He does the math to correct it, doesn't realize he knows math at
like
that
how
intensity.
smart he is. Right.
Yeah, so I liked the discovery aspect of it because, like we said, we get towards the ending, him gathering his memories, I think, helps him lean into certain decisions more. But I guess you didn't like that.
So I think the challenge is this movie does something early on to tell you what kind of movie it is. It doesn't do it as dramatically as a movie I'm going to compare it to, but it does the same thing. When he like wakes up, the movie I believe starts on the scene. He wakes up and he's in like, a sleeping bag cocoon coming out of hibernation or whatever. He's got the long hair, whatever. And him getting out is like a comedic physical comedy thing, right? He's moving like a slug,
caterpillar,
and like
he's trying to get out.
He's making certain comments, like off the bat, it's like goofy. Cool. But it immediately took me to like when I went to see The Force Awakens, right? And like as some hold on.
Cruel.
Hold on. Not as bad. I said not as drastic, but the part where like Poe Dameron is by the fucking whatever battleship it is, and he's talking to man, you think with all the Star Wars fandom I have, I would know their names. General Hux, I think his name is. And he's like talking on the radio and he's like holding and he's acting like he can't hear him. Can you hear me? Oh, can you hear me now? And it's just very goofy dialogue. It reminded me of that. So I was like, okay, this is the kind of movie Project Hail Mary is going to be. Now, as the movie progressed, I settled back into it. And the times I would settle back into it is when we were in space. So when we went back to Earth as like a flashback it took me out of it. I'm like, oh, okay, so let's learn about this guy, which is fine and necessary, but I just didn't like I feel like it would have been, I understand the discovery in the book also that he was forced on here is like pivotal, but I kind of saw that coming. I kind of anticipated that. No? You guys were like, was like when that got revealed, were you like, oh shit, like
I wasn't like
mind
blown
blown?
away like that, but I was surprised. Like I wasn't expecting him to have been drugged and forced onto the ship. Like that made it funny for me. Like, oh damn, like that fool was drugged, and like they were like, nah, you're going.
Yeah,
that was funny for me. It didn't blow my mind, but I
it was
wasn't
funny.
expecting it.
It was funny. Like it's funny for you, where I feel like the stakes of like the planet's going to end because the sun is getting eaten by this astrophage, and like we got to solve this, and like it's just so funny. Which again, I'm happy it exists. I'm happy people like it. But for me, like they just like I don't know. They didn't even get into the science of all that. I think like astrophage, like. You disagree, Erica. Go ahead. I don't want to.
They explain the science like so quickly.
Exactly. No. It's so quickly. I agree.
But it's a long ass movie.
No, that's
like,
what I'm trying to tell you though, Michael, is you can't have. I get where you're coming from and what you wanted more, but you can't have an adaptation that is exactly like the book, because I can guarantee you it's probably in the book and it probably explains. I think you just want too much from this movie. It was not meant to be deep into the science realm of things.
Totally.
I don't think it was ever meant to be taken seriously. But you can't compare it to like a Close Encounters of the Third Kind, because it's a completely different kind of movie.
I agree. I'm just saying what my taste leans to is those type of science fiction movies, right? And I think with this movie, like even when he has, and again, I'm not, for me and my initial gut reaction, it's not based on the adaptation because I didn't read the book. But I understand a lot of the things that bothered me or they just breeze through. Like he ends up meeting Rocky, who's this rock alien. We should get into that. And like they're trying to communicate. Like he's apparently a friendly alien, and he's like giving the rock a voice and trying to find the right voice.
They're trying to communicate.
Trying to communicate, doing hand signals, a lot of funny jokes, funny conversation. Ryan Gosling's funny. But like after maybe like 2 conversations, they just understand each other and are communicating like through this.
You can't have an hour worth of them going through the dialogue.
It's
assumed.
Me.
It's assumed that
a
like
lot of assumption.
That time has passed. That it's it's not just from 1 hour of them talking and communicating that they develop this language. And I think that's what upsets you, is that they just kind of blow over and don't like expand that. Hey, there's 3 days later. Hey, it's been a week. Hey, it's been a month that they've been on this ship together.
And I think because we don't really have a reason to empathize with Grace, Ryan Gosling's character, like we don't really know much about him. Like he's a middle school teacher. He's like a mathematician that probably listens to seeing this, and Erica says mathematicians don't listen to our podcast. Like we get very surface level information about him. So everything that's at stake and the empathy we have for him, like he has no one in his life. He had a girlfriend, but now she's with Mark and we hate Mark. Like there's certain little funny things. Like it's funny. Everything that's happening is for the humor of it all.
So can I tell you guys what bothered me about it?
Please.
Ryan Gosling, great acting, on point, but that whole notion that he's like charismatic, he's dribbling a ball inside the ship, like he knows how to play basketball, but he's this genius that just is intelligent and knows everything and writes like theories. No, you don't get to do everything and be good at everything and still be able to like know everything about like physics and space, right? Like he's pretty much dedicating his time to one subject. He's dedicating his energy and everything to studying and school and space and theories. He doesn't have time to go play ball and be charismatic and have a party and be that guy.
That is a very controversial take. And you can talk to all of the D1 athletes who do major in STEM and shit and still have time to play soccer and be a personable person.
They're not
I
Ryan
think it's a
Gosling.
little.
They're not witty. I mean, they are witty, and they're good conversationalists, but they're not Ryan Gosling. Like everything just is easy and great.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now,
that was
those people
annoying.
do exist. They do exist
Sure.
on Earth, I promise. But I think for you though, for that, I think that's the first time he felt comfortable enough to do something like that. Because he finds this friendship with Rocky and he doesn't have any friends on Earth. He doesn't really know why he's in space. You've kind of seen him as like this awkward social you kind of do see him in that scientific scenario. I know you have a problem with it being somebody as handsome as Ryan Gosling, but handsome scientists do exist, I promise. But
I don't know if I mentioned handsome at all in any of that, but it's okay.
You said someone who looks like Ryan Gosling, right? You're gonna deny that he's handsome?
No, I didn't. Not Ryan Gosling's looks. Like he's a good actor. He plays the part well. It's the whole charismatic, the whole like I'm good at everything, and not just like, oh, I'm smart and I know everything there is to know about it, and I could just figure it out off the whim. And oh, by the way, I'm, a stud.
Well, there's the stud part. Okay, well, nonetheless, outside of that aspect, one thing that I will agree is that it does, again, looks good. It's a good looking space movie. I appreciate that Rocky the Alien is a puppet that they use. So he's like actually there. They have puppeteers moving him and you could feel it. Like I'm so much more invested in Rocky for that reason versus it being like another CGI digital video game looking thing, right? And another thing that kind of bothered me just while we're at that part and then sing your praises of the movie, there's an aspect where they're trying to collect the predator, right, or whatever the material is that's going to kill the astrophage,
the amoeba,
thank you. And Ryan Gosling, with all the I'll just start here. Ryan Gosling has to go outside of the ship to collect it, and then something gets stuck, so he has to like remove it, and it's this big dramatic scene where he's outside of the ship. Will he, won't he survive, and all this. Why did he have to get outside of the ship? Why did he have to put himself in that situation? He has all this scientific calculations, material, whatever, and it absolutely demands that he's outside of the ship in order for this to work. I didn't understand that outside of just dramatic effect. No?
Okay.
I
mean, well, like, from what I understood, he had to go out because Rocky couldn't go out to wrangle back in the metal.
But he's able to build a whole like house for Rocky to navigate his ship, but they can't figure out some kind of fishing pole. Like he correlates it to fishing. And I'm like,
no, that's what I'm saying. Rocky helped him build that whole thing for himself. So like he couldn't step outside the ship in order to help ring in what he made.
That's a lot of risk.
I mean, they're trying to save stars. It's already high risk.
I fair. That was just something that...
I think she says that in the movie. Like, none of this is going to be safe. Like,
sure.
Nothing of what we do is going to be...
I just feel like technologically, with all the brain power they have, he didn't necessarily have to go out of the ship. Again, it's a nitpick.
I think he did have to go out of the ship just because their whole initial, like, sending a message in a bottle, like, scene where he's like, oh, he's trying to send me a message, and he like throws the bottle at him, and he just jump outside of the ship and catch it and then open it. And
that's a different time though. That's at the beginning of the movie.
I know, but I think because they did that, they're trying to like bring the whole thing back. Like he can go outside the ship. He is dangerous. He can, do these things where he's not an astronaut.
I don't know. And then at the end where like, so, okay, just to recap the story, they got to collect the stuff. It also works as fuel. Grace is out of fuel to head back.
The astrophage works as fuel, not
as
the
well.
amoeba. Yeah.
Correct. Sorry. And he doesn't have enough. It's always been a one-way mission. But Rocky, he's like, yo, I got a reserve. It's going to take me 6 years to get back to my planet, but I'll give it to you. And Grace
No,
is
it's
like,
gonna take off. So it's gonna take him
6
a
years
longer
longer.
time.
Yeah.
is that not what
So
I'm
6
saying?
years.
Am I not
No,
saying
you
the right
didn't say
thing?
that right.
That it's gonna take him 6 years. No, it's gonna take him
Longer.
6 years
Longer.
longer
Yeah.
if he
I thought I
spares
said
I
that.
him.
forgot the word longer.
Yeah.
It's going to take us, this podcast is going to take 6 years longer if I could get my words incorrect. So he's like, great. He then realizes that the amoeba is like causing a leak.
It's adapted because they created it
eating
inside the
through the
xenon, and so now it can move through the xenon, and
yet it can't get through some Ziploc bags that he wraps the shit up in. Like it's those little nitpicks for me, but nonetheless,
that's probably real though. Like gases can't escape certain materials.
Is that not you understanding the science of it, or is it like
it just
like chemically? Chemically and physically.
I just wish they would have spent more time on like the detailed science, so I then believe the things that are happening are like what needed to happen or are the only things that would work, I guess.
So you were, I think what I'm saying then is like you weren't ready and willing to just like accept certain science things that happened in the movie without an explanation.
Again, I gave it an even. It's a good film. It's just as far as like Erica, you said you're looking forward to it coming out and streaming so you can watch it again. I'm content
I'd love to watch it again.
I'm content to not see this movie again. Is like where I'm at. Like, good movie. Like, I get it. It's very long. Like we talked, it's like 2 hours, 36 minutes, 2 hours, 40 minutes. It's a long movie. And I think the jumping back to Sandra Hüller, who we haven't really talked about yet, as kind of like the brains behind this whole mission.
I think the beginning was a little bit slow, for sure. They could have picked up a little bit of pace at the beginning.
I'll say, I think I'll watch it when it comes out streaming, like, only because I do want my daughter to, like, I want to show her, like, she sees me doing the podcast, she sees me watching movies, and to be able to be inclusive of her, like, hey, come watch this movie with me. When most of the movies we see, I'm like, nah, you can't watch this with us. Like, nah, you can't watch it. This is one that, hey, come watch it. You know, so I think that would be fun, and I think I would watch it again.
He ends up going back for Rocky to try to rescue him, and again, he gets all this bungee cord that he has or whatever, and goes out of the ship. Now that tunnel is gone, he can go through to get to Rocky's ship. It's just those kind of things that I was like, the bungee would have gotten tangled. They had that bridge there the whole time, but now that it's not there, he's gonna just those kind of things. So they end up on Rocky's planet, and they make a whole little dome for Grace to survive on Rocky's planet. And
I'm obsessed with that, by the way.
Yeah, cute. It's all very cute.
I love that an alien was just so obsessed with being his friend that he wants to keep him.
And he's like, hey, we can get enough fuel for you to go home. What do you think? And he's like, well, let me think about it. He's like, okay, well, think a long time, take a long time. And he ends up teaching these rock aliens. He's got his own class on this planet. It's just so many, like, this movie could have ended so many times, and they just had to have a happy ending with a happy ending on top of a happy ending. And like, I listen, it's an even 3-star movie for me.
Michael just doesn't like to feel good, you guys.
Homeward Bound, Fox and the Hound, great double feature.
Hey, wait, let me ask a question. Did you watch this after your reconcile? I don't even know what you would call this. Like when you watched Homeward Bound, and
yeah, I watched it after. Yeah.
So maybe you're still emotionally like.
Oh no, but I've watched great movies. I'm emotionally unstable all the time. That's not anything new. No, I listen again. I think I've made my point of the challenges I had. I think it does the like one-liners. Some of them are really funny. Fist my bump. The thumbs. He can't do a thumbs up, so he always does the thumbs down. Watching each other sleep is funny when they hug. And he's like,
one of my favorite little bits though is when Grace is speaking, like whispering into the camera about like how Rocky
Hear
can like
everything.
hear him no matter what.
Right,
And he
that was
keeps
funny.
going lower. And then he's like, well, who are you talking to? Are you talking to Earth? He's like, no, dude, I just gotta send these off. Like,
For sure. And to Adrian's point, Planet Adrian, Rocky names a planet after his mate, right? His mate's name is Adrian, or is that what it was?
No,
Right?
he just
yeah.
his mate's name had like this weird like
oh.
language name,
Yeah,
right? Like he has
he
a
tells
sign
us,
for.
yeah.
And then he's
That's
like,
right.
okay, well, what would you name my mate? And he thinks Rocky's mate, Adrian, from the movie.
Yeah, that's right. I my favorite part of the movie, just to be positive, just
Planet
to wrap
Adrian?
up. Well, take it easy. Just in general, the pop culture references, like the movie references that are sprinkled throughout the movie, I thought was very clever, funny, and relative. I related that. I enjoyed that. Let's get to double features here. Double feature pairings for Project Hail Mary. Adrian, you go first for this one. What would you recommend to watch with Project Hail Mary?
Come back to me because I forget what I put down.
Well, take a look.
I don't have access to talk. So I have no idea
So I did a combo.
Okay.
I did Battleship and Predator. So you'd have to watch Battleship, that way you kind of get the whole gist of aliens coming in and having a fight. And then you get Predator, but see, it's all
Predator's so different.
I know. It's just alien movies. What you want the aliens to be,
If you want to mix up your alien genre, if you want something
like
a little heavier,
but
more
like
violent.
Heavy, like it's in the middle.
The yin yang. This is in the middle?
Yes.
Project Hail Mary? Okay,
yeah.
That's fair. Erica, what would you recommend with Project
you gotta
Hail
go, Michael, so that way I don't take whatever you put down.
Oh, because you don't know what I put.
Because I don't know what you do.
I also have two movies for my double feature.
Pick
so I guess
one.
it's a triple feature.
Pick one.
Oh my god.
No, this is bullshit, you guys. This is so unfair.
What do you mean it's
For the
unfair?
one time I don't have access to the doc, you guys want to pick 2 movies each, go fuck yourselves.
You can pick any movie you want. All right, fine. I'll go with my first instinct, which is referenced in this movie, and it's Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I did enjoy in the movie where he does the song from Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and he taps back and he's like, "Oh, he's like, no, I'm fucking pointing." Like, look behind you, that was funny.
Like, oh, you're just tapping.
Yeah. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Steven Spielberg, one of his great sci-fi movies. You could have gone with E.T. also. I think this is a great blend of those two movies, actually, as far as like E.T., the family friendly. Here's this creature. Close Encounters.
But you picked Close Encounters of the Third Time, so stick with Close Encounters of the Third Time and leave a fucking alien movie for me, you ass.
It's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, you ass.
That's what I said.
You said time 3 times.
I said kind.
Okay.
Let's see what those captions put up when I'm editing. So Close Encounters of the Third Kind is more on like the linguistics, trying to communicate with the spacecraft, and is great. Go ahead, Erica. Pick your movie.
Go watch E.T. We're done here.
Mac and Me?
No,
bro. That's extra goofy.
I was just trying to give you an alien movie.
That's extra. I named like 6 alien movies that I just have back here. You could have gone Fantastic Planet. You got them all. Okay, let's draw some stock. Drafting first. Well, any
Erica.
reaction?
Erica.
Oh, is it me?
Yes, it's you again. Of course.
Oh, there he goes.
Drafting second. Is me. All right, we can nix the wheel.
Poor Adrian.
That's fine. I don't know what to tell you, Adrian. I don't know. We'll draw names out of a hat next time. I don't know. That's fucking.
Why don't
funny.
we just keep it like 1, 2, 3 every time? 1, 2, 3.
For those of you new to the podcast, if you haven't picked up on this yet, Adrian happens to get the wheel on the last spin every time. I don't know what to tell you.
You
That's
went
pretty
first last time, but
I think I've gone twice.
I think it was a fluke.
I'll tell you what, Adrian. For this movie, I'm happy to trade you if you'd like to draft first.
It's all good. I'll go last. It's all good.
Okay. Well, Well. Interesting turn of events here. I mean, it's interesting, right? Because you got Phil Lord as one of the directors and you have Chris Miller as the other, and they always work together. So,
nobody's off the board, right? Everybody's available.
We haven't drafted anyone from this movie.
Okay.
I really like Sandra Hüller, specifically from Anatomy of a Fall, one of my favorite international movies that came out 2 years ago now, I think.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Are you trying to explain who your pick is and I go first? Or
I'm just saying who's in this movie to set you up so then you have clarity.
Sure.
Since you don't have the doc and you're complaining about visibility, I'm painting you a picture. Go ahead,
cool.
Erica.
I know nobody's been drafted from this movie.
Who's your first pick?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go Ryan Gosling, and
I
it's
love it.
just a great human. I think I'm just really excited to have him on my team of people. I really enjoyed probably everything he's been in. I don't think I've ever been like really, really upset with a movie that he's chosen. Even for some of like the remakes he's done, I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, wasn't bad, but it wasn't maybe the best. But I think he's severely underutilized. I think a lot more people need to bring him in. I'd love to see him in more like thriller type, that little like gets your heart racing, like what's going on here kind of movies. I don't know. I think we haven't quite unlocked the potential for him. I think he has a lot more to offer.
Have you seen A Place Beyond the Pines?
It sounds familiar.
It's where he actually met Eva Mendes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
That's like thriller energy and a bit more serious of a film than what he typically does. Like that, I'd recommend that for if you're looking for that kind of Gosling, for sure. Okay, it's my turn, you assholes, and I'm.
I thought you were gonna swap with Adrian.
He didn't want to swap. I offered him your spot to go first. Listen, it's fine. I'm gonna take someone you guys aren't gonna take because you guys don't got the game like this. I'm taking Greg Fraser, who is an incredible cinematographer. Let me name some of his movies: Dune, Dune 2, The Batman, Zero Dark 30, Vice, The Creator, Lion, Foxcatcher. Need I go on?
You like Dune movies?
Rogue One. I love the way they look from a cinematography standpoint, for sure. I'm not like a huge fan. I'd be a thumbs up on them. I'm not like super into the lore and everything. I am trying to avoid any trailers or anything from that movie because I'm going to see the third one. But Greg Fraser, an incredible man behind the camera. Adrian, who do you want?
So picking last is nice because I get guys like usually low price and they rise, like I get to sell them high. This guy is gonna be the opposite. Like he's gonna be like that steady incline. I don't know that he's gonna do many, but he's done enough in my book that I want to go for him. For nonetheless, just for his one movie, Rush Hour, that I recognized him from, and I was like, bam, I'm getting him in my stock. It didn't matter. No, I knew you guys weren't gonna take my guy, so I don't care if I go third. But we're gonna go Kenneth Lung.
Dude, the fact that you are always so on brand, I love it. Bro, but he's great. He's also in Saw.
Yeah, he's been in several. He's in Star Wars,
X-Men Last Stand, AI. He's in a lot of like good movies, actually.
Vanilla Sky. Like he's in a lot.
Red Dragon, yeah. He's been in quite a few movies. So that's a great pick, to be honest. I think just another quick thing about this movie, they really rely on Ryan Gosling. Like 75% of this movie. Rocky, he gets a free pass. He's like him and Ryan Gosling can split that 70, but Sandra Hüller is like 20%, and then everyone else is the remaining like 10%. Like this is very much a Ryan Gosling talking to a puppet majority of this movie.
But he does kill it. Like
he does. It's funny.
Freaking good. Like
he is.
Yeah.
It's like there's no complaints as far as him being too much on the screen.
No, for sure. I mean, he's been in the game for a long time. You know, he's definitely got that star power to carry a movie like that.
I would feel like he's like Ryan Reynolds energy. Like he has a wide range, but he's just got that
He's
like
better than Ryan Reynolds.
Way
yeah,
better.
but he's not.
I'd argue
he's
Ryan
not
Reynolds
marketed
doesn't
like
have
that.
range.
But they're like,
Ryan
I mean,
Reynolds
like
does not
charisma,
have
like they're
range.
everywhere. They're, you know, people want to interview them. They just seem like good people, nice
Ryan
guys. They
Reynolds
do good
plays
things.
himself in every single movie he's ever been in.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know
I don't
him
think.
personally.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Here he goes. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys all enjoy Project Hail Mary if you haven't seen it yet. And if you have, let us know in the comments. What did you think? Did you love it? Did my take have any merit to it? Did Adrian's take on many of his hot takes today have any merit? Or is Erica always right, as she always is? Let us know in the comments.
Thank you.
Follow us. I'm being a little sarcastic there and dramatic.
Oh, you were?
Follow us on our socials at Seeing This Pod. You can also go to seeingthispod.com for everything, including interviews, merch, and much, much more. Like I said, we have an exciting episode coming Friday, interview with the filmmakers of Funbox, A Love Story. And then also next Monday, we'll have our inaugural induction to the Seeing This selection. So I hope you two have your movies ready. Can't wait for that. But until then, stay safe.
Peace.